Hey everybody, welcome back to On the Road to Dr. Effin. I'm Javeda Bay, aka soon to be Dr. Effin, and this is my YouTube series where I talk about my journey getting two PhDs at the same time and being a black woman in academia. So, last episode, I talked about what I learned from fall semester and all the things that did not go right, did not go as planned, and everything else. And so now I want to talk about my goals for spring semester because the semester starts this week for my human sexuality program, and it started last week for my media site program. So, I've sat down, I've thought about it, I've ruminated, and I got some plans. I think these things will help me to really do what I want to do, make my goals real. I have hope. So let's get into it. The first thing I plan on doing is staying ahead on all of my work by a week. So I'm off to a good start for my human sexuality program, doing really good. Literally got all of my first week's assignments done. So that's really good. I'm on time with my assignments for media psych, but at least they're getting done. We got time, so I'm gonna try and get ahead this week. But I'm choosing to be ahead because life happens. Also, I just randomly get in ruts where I'm I don't want to do anything. So if I am already ahead in work, that'll give me a point in the semester to be able to be all right, cool, I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna do it, and I can still be on track and on time and not falling behind. Or even better, it means that I can be further along in my work and actually get to enjoy things like my birthday as I plan to. So we're gonna try. We're gonna see how it goes. I don't know. The other thing I'm planning on doing is big goal for me is actually asking for help when I need it during the semester. We know last semester I waited till the last minute possible and I was no, I'm not doing that again. We're not repeating mistakes. We're learning from them. So when I get a reading and I'm I don't understand this, I'm going to email my professor. I'm going to email the TAs and I'm hey, what is this supposed to be? I don't know what am I doing? That's what's going to happen. I'm going to actually ask for help when I need it as it arises and not wait and think that I can figure it out on my own, because there are just some things I cannot figure out on my own, and that's okay. Another goal for me is to utilize writing resources. So most universities and colleges have writing centers and things of that nature, and both of my programs do. I did not use them at all last semester, and it shows in the feedback I got on my papers. So I'm gonna do better, and I'm actually gonna go to the writing centers with my papers ahead of time to make sure I'm actually doing this academic writing the way I'm supposed to be, because obviously I lost something in between getting my master's and starting two PhD programs. Some pieces disappeared, so we're gonna work on getting them back and using the resources that I pay for to actually get them back. So yeah, check in on me. Be like, Javay, how's that paper going? Did you schedule an appointment with the writing center? Really, just truly call me out, y'all, please. Another thing I want to do in terms of my writing is I want to work to actually write an article that I can submit standalone by myself to a publication this semester, which I think is a very lofty goal. But also I had a goal last semester when I was starting the programs. The goal was two journal articles a semester, and come on, I think one is manageable. I think I'm just afraid and got that imposter syndrome. I was who wants to read anything you're talking about? But I'm I come up with some good ideas. I send them to my friends when I'm high and I'm yo, this would make such a great academic paper, and they're it actually would. So I should probably take that running list of random thoughts that come to me while watching Star Trek and actually write a freaking journal article. Also, because as I'm learning, people want to see that if you actually want to become a professor and teach in the university setting. So I better get it started now, so that way when I graduate, mama can secure a teaching gig. The next goal for me, and one of my biggest goals, is to support and work collaboratively with other Black, Indigenous, and students of color, because we know academia and how it do us, and I want to actually connect more with my cohorts and everyone to make sure that everyone is able to succeed and continue on and thrive in this environment, not just get by. The stuff that's in our heads is amazing, and we all need the space to foster it and let it out and grow from it. So I want to make sure that I'm actively working on those relationships with other peers and colleagues to make sure we're all getting the best out of this experience, and not just pushing through because we have to, but pushing through because we're actually getting something from it besides just the three letters at the end of our name, Another big goal is maintaining my self-care practices because, as you know from last week's episode, I didn't do that. They fell off and I just kind of was like, ugh. No, I need the self-care. It's important. I'm in 2 PhD programs. I got to take care of myself. So I'm going to really prioritize that. If you want to be a part of that, feel free to just ding me and be like, Javay, did you drink water today? Javay, did you go outside today? Javay, have you taken a nap today? Feel free, because the self-care is important. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm not good at it. I usually forget to eat food almost every day. So feel free to really hold me accountable on this self-care thing, because eating is a part of self-care, and like, I'm really bad at it. And then the last goal I have is to actually utilize non-institutional grad school resources. So that is things like the Scholar Circle created by Black and in Grad School, Cohort Sisters, which is another organization that is for Black women and non-binary folk within academia. And then Grad Life Grind, who obviously you all know I love, because most of the time I am wearing that crop top that they sell when I shoot these episodes. But I was like, let me wear something different today. But so actually utilizing all these resources, because they are from people that are further along in the doctoral program. They are from other people who hold marginalized identities that have been in academia for a minute. So I'm like, why am I trying to reinvent the wheel when people have already done this and they have tips and tricks to help me better get through this process and this learning experience? So I'm actually going to use them instead of thinking that I have to just do everything myself and build from the ground up. No, if a foundation's already built, I can just build what I need on top of that, but I ain't got to go and remake the foundation of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have a lot of goals for spring semester. The biggest thing though is just like making sure that like I am taking care of myself so I don't feel like I did last semester. Like I really want to learn and walk away from this semester with so much more information and a lot less emotional labor put in on my part. So yeah. Wish me luck. Spring semester has started. I'm gonna do the dang thing. Yeah, we'll see. But definitely come back in 2 weeks. So what is that? I don't know what that is. Come back in 2 weeks for an all new episode of On the Road to Dr. Effin. But definitely come back next week, because I'm gonna have a brand new episode of In Bed with a Millennial. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later. Deuces.